Does the body really keep the score? Well, I heard a critique of that book, The Body Keeps the Score, recently that raised a fair question. The argument was essentially this. The concept of trauma, as used by people like Bessel van der Kolk, Gabor Mate, and others, can feel too broad, too vague, difficult to measure using traditional scientific methods. And I think that's a reasonable critique. Because if you're operating from strictly a material reductionist model of science, you want things you can clearly define, isolate, and measure. But here's where things get complicated. Human experience doesn't always fit neatly into that model. Two people can go through the exact same event and have a completely different outcome. Why is that? Because what matters isn't just what's happened. It's what's happened inside the person. So when we use the word trauma, what are we actually talking about? Here's a definition I use in my work. Trauma is an experience that overwhelms your capacity to process, integrate, and resolve it in the moment, leading to something unresolved in your system. That unresolved piece is what matters, because when something isn't fully processed, it doesn't just disappear. It'll show up later. Sometimes as anxiety or just chronic stress, emotional reactivity, patterns of relationships, physical symptoms, and even the way you see yourself in your life. In that sense, yes, I believe the body does keep the score, but maybe a more accurate way to say it is your system keeps trying to resolve what hasn't been resolved. This is where I actually agree with thinkers like Carl Jung, David Hawkins, and Gabor Mate. They're all pointing at the same core idea, that what is unconscious tends to run the show. But here's the part that often gets missed. You are not stuck with it. You are not the victim of your past, and you are not defined by the experiences you've had. Yes, unresolved experiences can shape your nervous system, your emotional responses, your beliefs, your behaviors, but they are not permanent. They are not who you are. They're something your system learned, and what is learned can be updated. So this is the work. Not reliving your past over and over again, and not labeling yourself based on what's happened, but learning how to recognize what's unresolved, create the conditions for it to process, and allow your system to return to balance. Because healing doesn't happen in the past. It happens now. You don't have to erase your story, but you also don't have to keep living inside it. And if this resonates with you, if you're starting to see patterns in your own life and wondering how to actually work through them, I'd genuinely love to help. So if you've stuck it this far, you're still in this video, follow the links connected to this video and you can reach out directly to me, and I'd love to help.